back for another NFL video. This video we're going to look back at week number 7 and look ahead to week 8. So it's an awesome week of NFL for us on Draftkings. Made out well on GK tiers as well. The 159.92 on the main slate. The 6 players that I recommended in my week 7 video, hopefully you guys watched them. I had Trubisky, Cohen, Gurley, Jeffrey, Snead, and Thielen. All 6 players did amazing. You would have been able to cash in cash games had you just played those 6 players and got zeros from the other 3 positions. So absolutely crushed it last week with the plays. So hope you guys enjoy it. Drop a like if you do like these videos. I appreciate it. And if you want to join us for this week, you know where to go. Hit the website in the description. But, you know, it's a great week. Low-scoring week as a lot of the chalk did not pan out, like especially Jermaine Kearse. So this score placed well above top 10% in all the cash games, single entry, double-ups, which I play mainly. So hoping to have another great week this week in week number 8. So let's get right into it. It's another 10-game slate. At quarterback, there are a bunch of options that I like. I like to pay down a bit, so I'm looking at like the 6K range, a little cheaper than 6K. A couple guys stick out. I like Roethlisberger. I like Trubisky. I like Winston. I like Goff. Those 4 guys really stick out. I think you can make a case for Russell Wilson. But I'm just going to go ahead and plug in Jameis Winston this week at 6,000. After seeing what the Chiefs did to this Bengals defense last night and how teams have just been abusing this Bengals defense, I'm expecting some big things from Winston and the Bucs offense this week. The Bucs have a very solid offense, especially passing. They don't have a strong running game, which leads to Winston throwing the ball a ton. He threw 41 attempts against the Falcons and threw 52 times against the Browns. So they're going to throw a lot just because they don't have much of a running attack with Jaquez Rodgers, and Peyton Barber hasn't been great. So at 6,000, he put up 26 DraftKings points without even throwing a passing touchdown, which is extremely hard to do. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think he's going to throw multiple touchdowns this week. Also gives us the added upside of running with the football. So I love Winston at 6,000. At running back, I like James Conner at 75. So it doesn't look like Le'Veon Bell is going to report this week. If he does manage to report, then obviously I don't like Conner anymore, but I think at 7,500, he's a very good play against the Browns. The Browns defense, very bad in all categories, 28th against the rush, 26th against the pass. Conner has upside similar to Gurley and Melvin Gordon. He's only at 7,500, really cheap. He gets a ton of work around the goal line. The Steelers like to just hand him the ball when they're inside the 5, and he usually gets into the end zone. Also gets a lot of targets out of the backfield, so he's another guy that can get you, 5-6 catches out of the backfield, 50, 60 yards easily. Ton of upside with James Conner. He's a guy that should get 25, 30 touches every week. Second running back I like is Kareem Hunt at 7,100. Hunt is very, he's still cheap. I like this spot for him a lot against the Broncos. He's finally being a factor in the passing attack the past 2 weeks, which has just been amazing for him in terms of DraftKings points and just upside. 2 more passing touchdowns last week, and looks like it's going to continue. So we're finally seeing the Kareem Hunt that we saw last season in the passing game. Couldn't ask for a better matchup on the ground against the Broncos. 150 yards given up on the ground, and Chiefs at home, one of the best offense in the league. They should absolutely explode, and Kareem Hunt has upside to get you 100 yards rushing and receiving. So another guy at 7,100 has as much upside as Gurley, who's not priced as high as Gurley. So I like Kareem Hunt a lot. A wide receiver, I like a couple cheaper guys. I think Michael Crabtree definitely sticks out this week in the sub 5K range against the Panthers. Crabtree has gotten a lot of looks from Joe Flacco every single week. 9 targets, 9 targets, 12 targets, 8 targets, 10 targets, 10 targets, 6 targets. Every single week he's gotten you at least 10 DraftKings points except for 1 week against the Steelers. It's a very solid matchup this week against the Panthers. I love playing receivers against this Panthers secondary. Not good at all. And he's definitely a big red zone target. Crabtree can definitely catch you a touchdown pass. Gets a lot of looks in the red zone. And he just has good upside. He's cheap. Can definitely put up 20 plus if he's able to catch a score. So I think at 4,800, definitely like Michael Crabtree this week. Another wide receiver I like is Demaryius Thomas. 4,900 is really, really cheap for him against this Chiefs team. The Chiefs' defense has looked better the past couple weeks. Well, look better against the Bengals. but I'm not. I don't think they're still as good as they look on paper. Teams have exploited them all season, and I think the Broncos are definitely have a chance to put up some points. The Broncos are going to be throwing the ball a lot. The Chiefs should be out to a big lead, which means that the Broncos are not going to be able to do much on the ground. Going to see a lot of passing from Case Keenum. He has 2 targets that he throws to. A lot of it is Emmanuel Sanders, and some of it goes to Thomas. Thomas is still a very serviceable. Emmanuel Sanders is a little banged up, so even though he's probably going to play, we'll see if things change later in the week. But it's a great matchup. The Chiefs have given up well over 300 yards passing every week. Ton of points given up as well. And at 4,900, you see the big price decrease he's gotten. Went from 6,200 down to 4,900 in a spot where he should have went up. So at 4,900, Demaryius Thomas, very cheap, definitely sticks out in the below 5K range. And then I'm going to go back to my man Tariq Cohen. He's just been playing great the past couple weeks. At 5,800 price tag, still not high enough for his 20-point, 30-point upside that he has. And last week, 12 targets. His targets are going up every single week. Great matchup against the Jets. Jets are not good against receivers, and Cohen has been lining up as a receiver lately. Against the Patriots, you saw a bunch of times where he lined up as receiver. So he's getting a ton of snaps, whether it be out of the backfield or as receiver. So he's just a great dual threat play. And at 5,800 at home, this Bears offense has looked very solid lately with just going up and down the field. So they have a lot of touchdown upside. And Cohen at 5,800 definitely sticks out to me as a flex. So I love getting a running back as my flex. It doesn't hurt that the running back also is a semi-wide receiver. So those are the 6 players I like for this week. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And good luck this week.